Hi, I'm Julie
And I'm Nikki.
from Pumpware with today's Diabetes Tidbit, when the pump crashes. So last night, was the night before New Year's Eve, and at 5:30, Nikki's pump decided to do all kinds of strange and weird things, and we called a support group for her pump and determined that the motor on the pump actually had died. And I have to say one thing, the pump companies and their support lines are absolutely wonderful. The guy assured me that we would have a new pump today by noon, so that was a good thing. So now what do? Her pump isn't going to work. It's 5:30 at night, the doctor's office is closed, and now we have to start to think, all right, what are we going to do because we don't have her pump. Fortunately, Nikki had gotten her new pump in April of last year. So at that point, we had kept that pump as a backup. The screen's pretty crappy on it, but at least it worked. So we pulled that out. So another good thing, we have a spare pump. So we take out the pump and everything. We're going to get it all ready so that we can get her hooked up to the new pump, or to the old pump. And we think, we got to check her settings, because her settings, now, this is from April to now, and on the new pump, all the settings were totally wiped out. We have no access to those. Well, I used to write down, every time we went to the doctor's office, I used to write down their settings. I have a card for every child, and I have their settings, their sensitivity, and their target. So if anything happened to their pump, I have everything right here. And it's not computerized or anything, so it's right here for me to be able to do. Well, unfortunately for us, this was dated back in 2005. So that's not going to help. So what we ended up having to do is using her pump from April and taking the settings. I knew the settings had gone up a little bit, so we've adjusted the settings, and right now we're doing lots and lots of testing to make sure that she's staying within target, because we know the settings aren't right, and since it's New Year's Eve, we're not going to be able to get her correct settings until Tuesday. So my tip to you there is make sure whenever you have a change in settings that you do write them down on an index card, so you have them just in case there's ever an issue with your pump, and especially if you're traveling, that you take it with you. Another great thing I got to tell you, at 10 o'clock this morning, guess what? That new pump arrived. So we have the new pump. We just don't know what to put in it. So our diabetes tidbit to you today is, when the pump crashes, make sure that you have all the settings somewhere that you can easily access them and be able to upload them into your new pump. This is Julie and Nikki from Pumpware and Store.